I am with Jane Good here, and we are at the community center in Boothbay Harbor. I am going to have lovely Jane here give me a tour today. But before we go into the community center, tell me a little bit about what this place is all about.
Well, the community center claims to be nothing more than a social gathering place, but I feel like we're a whole lot more than that. We have a lot of resources that are available in the community, and we certainly have classes to stimulate the mind. And I think basically what I have found as the director here is it's the connecting piece that's so valuable, having people find their purpose and a way to connect. Excellent. So it's just a wonderful place.
Excellent, excellent. How did this whole thing kind of start?
It started actually, we are under the umbrella of the Health and Wellness Foundation, and we identified over the last couple of years through the hospital, losing our hospital, that we had the oldest population in the oldest county and the oldest state in the union, and we decided there wasn't much for them. So we started out as a senior center, and then so everybody said, I'm not coming there if it's a senior center. So we decided, you know what? It can be a community center. It needs to be a community center. And so we're doing the multi-generational thing. So that's how it started.
Okay.
And the Health and Wellness Foundation stepped up to the plate and said, we will pay for this for a year for our community members, and we'll try to get it going, and we just need people to volunteer and help us get it going, and they have. So
and it seems like it's been a very popular place.
It's been wonderful. It's really wonderful.
All right.
I can hardly wait to show you.
Well, let's continue on and then take the tour.
Well, we could start with this wonderful thing because the Rotary Club is going to put on a Kentucky Derby for us, and all the proceeds are going to go to the community center. So that's a wonderful collaboration, and I'm really happy about that. So we're going to all watch the Kentucky Derby together. Well, come see what's going on.
Let's go follow Jane. So now we're indoors, and right now I feel the warmth of community right away.
Absolutely. This is a home away from home for an awful lot of people. So
tell me a little bit about what's going on right here.
Okay, Ryan, right behind you is a boutique, and we have a very active knitting group and crochet group and sewing group, and they're all making things for us to sell in the boutique to help pay the rent. So it's helping to sustain itself. It's just a great project, and we're doing really well with it. And they all love doing it, and they're also giving it of their time.
Excellent, excellent. What sort of things do we have featured here? We have some quilting.
We have quilting, and we have placemats, and we have pot holders, and we have Kleenex holders. We have washcloths. George Whitten gave us all these marbleized. They make their own marbleized paper. They're notebooks, and we do very well with those. They're wonderful gift items. We've sold a lot of them. The Rotary Club donated these books for the children, so when we have children come in, they can take a free book with them. So it's kind of
a lot of generosity already. I'm sensing a lot of people in the community are contributing to the cause to keep this sustainable.
Absolutely.
So right behind us, it looks like we got some fierce competition going on.
We do have some fierce competition going on. This is our chess. These guys are so awesome. They're playing 2 games at once.
So it seems we're in a very special room right here. What goes on in here, Jane?
This is a special room. What goes on in here is knitting right now. These are some of my knitters, and they have all kinds of projects going on. This is one of the projects that they do for the community center, and we send it on for New Hope for Women. They knit these scarves for us, and this is a lot of I love you stitches and a hug around the neck. So these scarves go on to the shelters for women. When they leave the shelter, they're given one of these scarves for women helping women. And I think everybody in here practically has knit a scarf for me, so that's really wonderful. But they're working on their own projects right now. So
is it just knitting or crocheting as well?
Well, we're going to have crocheting's going on across the hall.
Oh, separate rooms.
So, yeah, separate
we don't
rooms.
mix with those rooms.
Yeah, it seems like
we have the special ones. Give it
special
space.
ones?
there we go.
And what else goes on in this room?
Okay, we have Mahjong that goes on in this room. We're on our second group of Mahjong players, genealogy, meditation, dominoes, bridge.
The activities go on and on.
On and on and on in this room. This is a great room because of the light, and it feels very comfortable.
Now, if someone were new to come to this community center, how would they know what things are going on, what activities are going on before?
We have a calendar right inside the door.
Okay, all right.
It's right there as you enter the room. It lists every class that we have Monday through Saturday.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it is.
All right. Any other good conversation happening here? Any what's the local gossip today?
Do we look like the type of women
I don't know.
You're too busy. We're too busy.
I've been running low on my gossip. I just needed to hear some.
Well, I'm sorry, I just have nothing for you.
I'll come back later.
All right.
Let me just ask you for a minute. How has this enriched your lives, being able to come here and knit and
Make new friends.
make new friends?
Yeah.
So,
And we all look forward to coming every week.
Exactly.
We do.
It's so much more fun than sitting home talking with the dogs.
there you go.
Right.
There you go.
No offense to the dogs.
Well, we love having you. You're just a happy
It's
group.
wonderful.
Yeah.
We love it.
we
good
love
for
it here.
And you seem very open, right? I could sit down and you would teach me how to knit if I
yeah.
wanted to,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I learned when I was a fourth grade, but I forgot. I actually tried to knit my own scarf when I was a fourth grade. It came out very holy, though. So
Well, it's all right. It's good therapy, you know. It relaxes you.
it is. It is.
We love
You know, a lot of these ladies are local, but they didn't know one another, so that's pretty amazing too. Make new friends.
How often do you ladies come in and knit here?
We come every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Love
Whoa.
And it's in the paper too, you know, the fact that this happens here,
Yes.
so.
And is there a website as well?
No, we're strong Facebook people though.
Strong
Every day,
Facebook.
every
Okay.
day something goes up.
So if you're a Facebooker or a knitter, or you just want to come and socialize, or just have that therapy, this is sounds like the room to be in right here.
Right. And they call it drop-in knitting because you can just come aboard.
Yep. Yeah.
They welcome you and
Right, not
Brenda?
here, but she'll be back.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on down, she says.
there you go.
All right, well, we're going to head to the next room, I guess the rivalry room where the crocheting goes on, so we'll see where that goes. But
Thank you, ladies. Now
You know,
you
we love those girls, really.
And we like the facility. She's really.
And we're keeping the stitch going across the room over here. We're crocheting, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, is crocheting harder than knitting?
Yes.
Is there somebody in the room that does both knits and crochets? Pat, you do.
Yeah,
So
I do.
you could answer that question.
Actually, I think crocheting is a little easier than knitting. And
She's not having that.
no, she doesn't believe that. One thing about crocheting is if you do have to rip out, it's a lot easier to rip out than it is with knitting, right, Alex?
Oh, yeah, I'm very good at ripping out. Very good.
So how long have you ladies been a part of the community center?
Since it opened.
Just a couple months.
Yeah.
Just a couple months?
And I just joined a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So from all different time periods, what's your favorite part about this center?
It's just a great place to
Yeah.
come and meet people and talk to people and do something fun.
Excellent. Excellent. And this room seems very peaceful. It seems
Right now.
Most
right
of
now
the
it is. Well, I asked. I wanted to know the skinny from the knitters. They wouldn't give up any of their gossip, so I don't know.
Any gossip in this room? Okay. No, they're not doing that.
Not us. Come on.
Not in this room, right, Mary?
No.
This is a peaceful room. Oftentimes in the afternoon, I will come in here and sit and read. We have a bookcase here, so we have a lending library. We have just a very avid puzzle group. This is the first puzzle that they did, and it's a Portland headlight. And they go through a 1,000-word puzzle about every 3 to 4 days. They just rip through the puzzles. And it's quiet, it's peaceful, they're concentrating. Sometimes there's some pretty good laughter, too, coming out of this room.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
boisterous crowd.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. But it is a nice room to come and sit and read in the afternoon, too. If I want to be quiet, I feel like I'm home in this room. You got the feeling.
Oh yeah,
It's nice.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And do you ladies do any of the puzzles as well, or
No, we're busy.
occasion.
on occasion?
We're busy concentrating on our
Okay.
crochet.
On this, yes, when I'm not doing, yes.
Kathy, Kathy.
And
That's
unfortunately,
beautiful.
that puzzle group can't come in here because there's too many of us doing crocheting. So
Oh.
they have to wait till we're finished today.
And they're chafing to get in here.
The
at
puzzle
noon,
people.
At noontime, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so we
yeah.
have all kinds of groups that come in throughout the day.
Absolutely. Mostly puzzle though. Mary, is this what you've accomplished? Do you just?
Yes.
That is wonderful. Wow. You're gonna make an Afghan.
No,
No,
it's like a
I'm
vest.
actually going to stick to the original thing and make a vest.
Fabulous. The colors are beautiful.
I know, but she is.
And
She may be the only one to
Joan,
do
how long
this.
have you been crocheting?
Probably 5 years.
5 years.
Yes,
Well,
And she's
You want this?
she's one of our
This is some.
yes.
These are just dish rags,
Oh, for heaven's sake.
dishcloths.
the most beautiful dishcloths.
Yes.
And this here was going to be a jacket, but I gave up on it, and I'm going to make it into a throw now.
Oh, wonderful. Joan's here every week without fail.
Seems like always something going on in this community center, and there's a wide array of talent here. This is excellent. So let's continue on. I see the cribbage boards are calling our names, so
Yes, we can go play some cribbage.
we'll let these ladies continue their excellent crocheting. Thank you very much.
Now it's
All right, this is where it all goes down.
let's
This is
go
what
with it.
Jane tells me. There's a cribbage corner, and this is we're with a feisty bunch of people. We got none other than the Southport Bridge Tenders over here. For a long time, they get really hardcore into their cribbage. Isn't that right, guys?
You got that one right. Well, wait a minute.
Who's better? Is it?
Of course I am. I'm the king of cribbage around here. Right, guys?
So a lot of humbling goes on here at these tables, and it seems like we have a wide array of ages that come here as well. We
Absolutely.
have the youngsters in the community.
Yes.
And we have
They're
Chris
always
Haskell
welcome.
over here, right?
Yeah.
Chris, how long have you been part of this community center?
Oh, since,
Yeah. And are you down here every day, or how often?
More or less, yeah.
You know, why do you come?
Oh, so I can get out of the house, have somewhere to go.
won't keep him home.
Thanks a lot, Steve. No, it's just so I can come down and enjoy myself, get time away from home, and
Yep. It's good. It seems like a really good place to be, and you're an average cribbage player as well.
yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And we have the one lone woman out here.
Go ahead, Chris.
Playing as well. Are you kicking everyone's butt?
I try.
You try.
I try.
Yeah.
She can hold her own. Don't
Yeah.
you worry.
Excellent.
Yeah, in fact, Don Strickland and Laurie taught me the most, you know, when I started coming.
Great.
Yep.
What's your favorite part about the community center?
14.
Oh, just getting together with people, play cribbage, you know, just
Hanging out.
hanging out,
Yeah.
right.
Excellent. All right. What do you think of Jane here?
Well,
Me put you on the spot. Yeah. Good. Jane. Good. Yeah. Makes sense. All right. We'll continue on, I guess. We are surrounded by art. This is a very artful room, I think I should say. Is that artful a word? I think so.
I think it is today.
It is today.
Yeah.
All right. I am joined with Gladys, Kathy, and
Bob Crink.
Bob, and they are volunteers, all volunteers. Is that correct?
Yes.
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 So tell me, I guess, or tell all the viewers at home what exactly you guys do as volunteers.
Well, we have on every Monday we have a watercolor class, and Selena Reed is our instructor. She is amazing. She's a little under the weather right now, so I'm filling in for her. I'm her star pupil. She's been training me to take over for her when she needs a day off. And today we're working on these seascapes. It's a larger piece than what we normally have been working. Usually in a 3-hour class you get to take a painting home with you. But because this is a large piece, it's going to take a couple of weeks to finish. So the students will come in and they'll work on some of the detail work that is still missing, as you can see by the white spots. And I'll give them suggestions and input on what's missing. What do they need to emphasize more to pop it out of their picture?
And these watercolors are beautiful, by the way.
Well, thanks.
pretty much anyone can take this course, right?
Anybody can take it. I didn't believe that I had an ounce of artistic ability when Selena first got me. It has got to the point where I've sold my first painting.
Yay!
Wonderful.
And so you really don't need to have much ability. Selena's got enough for everybody. And she is an amazing instructor. She can tell you exactly what you need to do, give you pointers on technique. She has shortcuts. You have to experience it. It opens up a whole new world. And the students are all very excited. Our whole class is getting to be advanced to the point where why there's so much supplies around today is last week we did a order and we all got our own supplies so we can play at home too.
All right.
So we're branching out.
Excellent, excellent. So there's a wide variety of skills here, and people that didn't know they were artists at heart are becoming artists. And what's great about this place, what Jane tells me, is that there are no membership dues. This is free for the community. You can come in here. I believe the supplies are donated and provided for, and you can learn these skills. I mean, that's excellent. And we have Bob over here, and I believe you are into the photography. Is that correct?
Long time, right. I started back when I was in high school, but got into it well when I was out of college and bought my first single lens reflex and went to Europe on a skiing trip for my company. And anyway, from then I started, and I've been doing it ever since. So that's a lot of years.
Excellent. And are these your photos?
These are all my photos here. I talked to Jane. I said, well, let's do a photo show here. And she jumped at the chance. So I went out and found out a place I could get a lot of canvas prints relatively inexpensively, and this is it. It's my first photo show, and I'm 80 years old, so it's
right.
something. And I've got some other ideas, and I'm doing a fair amount more with it. So yeah, it's become a big hobby, even more so than when I was back in the Detroit area.
Are you looking to teach the skill of photography as well?
I did one class, a small class, and I'm hoping to start what I call a photo group here that maybe would meet once a month to share photos, and then meet a second time each month and go someplace locally, because there's so much to photograph in the area, and have the group get together and just shoot photos and bring them back for the next meeting. And so that hasn't happened yet, but it's in the making. This show is coming down today, so fortunately I was going to take it down today. So yeah, as you can see, these were all taken, with the exception of this was taken in 1971, in Pontiac, Michigan. All the others were taken locally within the past 6 months. So it's things that happened, and I'm just showing how much there is in the area that I think it's finding the little stuff or the extra in the ordinary pictures. And a lot of these are taken in my yard or next door or across the street, and the rest of them are locally.
And so Bob had made an interesting point. And not only do we have this beautiful community center with great members and volunteers, but we live in one of the most beautiful places in Mid-Coast, Maine. So literally, our community is the canvas here, and we have this beautiful watercolors, we have photography. No matter what you're into, you can come here and you can find your niche, or your stitch if you're into the crocheting.
Nice.
So I want to talk to Gladys over here. She's a volunteer, and could you tell me what drew you to the community center?
I retired from St. Andrews Village in 2010, I believe, and I really missed being with the older folks and just being able to share their life stories with them and what's going on. And when Jane called me, she says, "This is what I want to do." I said, I think I do too. She said, "This is what we're going to put this together and see." And I was all for it. It's just you come in here, and I'm going to get very, very sentimental about it.
Well, Gladys is obviously a very strong volunteer here, and very compassionate about the community center, and it means a lot. You can tell right down to our heart. It needs to keep on
going. We need to keep it going. We have people coming through that door. We have one guy that's lost his wife, I think about 2 years ago, and he said, "I can come in here. I can have coffee. I can talk." He said, "There's people that want to talk to me, which is different." He said, "I don't sit home and just talk to the television." So that's a big part of it. I just love it. I love it. I love being a part of it.
And
Jane's so good at it.
She's the staple, huh?
She grabs on to whatever needs to be done, finds a way to do it. I'm awful sorry.
Not at all. Not at all.
She knows how I am. I can't talk about this place, but I'm getting so, it's so wonderful. It is really so wonderful that we offer so much for everyone. We had a couple that came in that had lost both their spouses, and they're going out to dinner now, which I think is a wonderful thing. But no, it's great. And I hope we can keep on going. I hope we can keep on with, getting the money coming in to keep it going, because she's got a lot on her plate that she wants to do. And we all want to be a part of that, and hopefully we can do that.
Well, it seems like you guys have been carrying on. It's been a couple of years now, and
Just 7 months. This is September.
Okay,
This has all happened
but the
since
idea
September.
has been around since the hospital closed.
We knew there was a need.
Yeah.
We knew there was a need. And we went to Bangor and we looked at a senior center. And driving back home, we're driving from Bangor and we're saying, what did we learn today? Start small and you have to have parking. And the only place was right here in the mall. Mm-hmm. And we called up, we made an appointment, we walked in here, the place was in shambles, and I said, we'll take it. We'll take it. And everybody pulled their sleeves up, and they've painted, and they've washed, and they've scrubbed, and we pulled this place into shape in a month.
I was going to say, a matter of about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, went to the Rotary auction, bought all the furniture. Yeah. It's all used. It feels just like home.
Yeah.
So
if people come through the door and they say that, it feels like home. It feels like I belong here. Like I should be a part of this, and a lot of them do. They join up, and we have people bringing food in all the time, just to help out, to keep it going, so we don't have to buy things. We have people that are donating food and whatever.
Jane had mentioned that you have a lot of frustrated mothers who kids have left home that have to be cooking, right? and they bring it on in. And if there's a message to send to anybody here, or anyone that wants to get involved, right? Just drop on by. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There will be somebody here to greet you. There will be somebody here to give you a tour. We will find your interest. You can walk into my office anytime and tell me you want to do this, you want to do that. We'll try to make it happen. This whole thing started from a wish list at the open house. I said, everybody put on that wish list what you want to have happen here, and I'll make it happen. And we have, with the exception of banjo lessons, guitar lessons,
steel drums, on the guitar,
steel drums, and a choir. But we've got a retired choir teacher who's going to start in a couple of months. And the hospital auxiliary donated a portable organ, a little keyboard thing. So it's just like everything happens. It just comes to us.
It does.
Comes through the
we
door.
talked about something like we needed a new refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because we had no refrigerator when we first opened up, and Jane said, we've got to have a refrigerator. We have bottled water to keep it cold. We need a refrigerator. It wasn't 3 days later. Someone calls, I've got a refrigerator. I bought a new condo and I don't like the color of my refrigerator. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. And it's just, we'd mentioned things, and within 3 or 4 days, a Keurig coffee maker, it gave up on us. And Jane said, well, we may have to buy a new one. And it wasn't 2 days later, a lady comes through the door with a box. She said, I got this as a housewarming. I'll never use it. Brand new Keurig, still in the box.
You hear that? The community provides.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
One of the things, too, I'm one of the people, I lost my wife a year ago. And so when this opened, I was here taking pictures at the opening just to see what it was. And so this has been a godsend for something like for me, because like you said, you don't want to sit home alone. And then when I mentioned doing the photography show with Jane, she said, great, let's do it. Well, they had to do new procedures how to go about this and all. But yeah, it's been a big thing for me. I show up here about 2 or 3 days a week usually. And yeah, it's a great thing, and Jane's done a phenomenal job here.
Thanks, Bob.
Well, the community is live and well here. We've got a few more stops here, but if you are someone, a budding artist, or you want to learn a new skill, or you just want to come down and talk, it seems like this is the place to be. In our last stop, we have Rich here, and he's doing something special. What are you doing?
What I am doing here is I've been assigned the project of making 9/11 emergency signs. And these signs are for hanging on your house or a tree next to your house, so the ambulance company, in case of an emergency, can find your house really easily. These light up in the dark, so if the ambulance company shines a flashlight or the headlights on these things, they will just illuminate. So it's a great idea. Everybody should have one of these, because it could save your life. could save your life, and it's cheap insurance, really.
And this really kind of came about because of not having an emergency room, right, of some sort, and you wanted
You
to.
can elaborate on that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, we just felt like now that we don't have an emergency room, the ambulance becomes your emergency room.
Correct.
And the ambulance department was doing this before. But they're so busy saving lives that I went to Scott Lash and said, can we help you with this project?
And he says, absolutely.
And he said, absolutely. So we do that. We make the signs. It's a little bit of a fundraiser for us, and we give a donation to them a couple times a year. And we'd like everybody in the community to have one. We think it's a great Mother's and Father's Day gift. For $20, you might save your mother or father's life.
Absolutely. It's a great gift.
That's a heck of a gift. And how many signs have we made?
So far, we've made close to 40.
40.
And it's only been about a month and a half we've been into this. And we have somebody that's promising to bring in 20 or 30 more. He lives in a trailer community, and there's about 30 people that are interested. So, yeah, we're doing pretty well.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. So not only are we saving lives, but talking with veterans, making art, stitching, playing cribbage, a little gossip here and there, drinking coffee. It's all here at the community center, and there's a wonderful, warm energy, a very loving community. And if you haven't checked this place out, I highly suggest you come in here because you have great people in charge, great people, and great conversations. Anything else that we want to add?
I just think if you're sitting home alone, for heaven's sakes, come visit with us. And we'll find a purpose for you. And I think that's just what it is all about, and making those special connections. So that's all we do here.
I'm here because my wife works full-time out of state, and I only get to see her on Saturdays. So I come here to lend a hand and do whatever I need to do. So it's...
And you're here 5 days a week.
I'm here 5 days a week.
Oh.
I'm here all week.
See that? All volunteers, wonderful people, and don't be overwhelmed because there's someone here for everybody, or something.
There's something to do. That's absolutely right.
All right. We're going to take a breather, but this has been a great day, and I am just astonished by this amazing community and what this center is able to provide. I'd like to thank Jane Good for giving us the tour
You're
today.
very welcome. I'm very proud of this place.
She's doing the job of 40 people here, and so are many of the volunteers.
Absolutely.
But everyone is happy. Everyone is loving it. So we conclude this episode. Thank you very much.